Well, the funny thing about the haunt world is it's constantly coming out with updates year round. There's a lot to talk about and a lot that I'm excited to talk about. So this is just going to be an overall haunt update video. And the first things we're going to talk about, for starters, is Midsummer Scream. Now, Midsummer Scream is inching closer and closer as we talk. We are officially in May now. So that means Midsummer Scream is literally less than about 2-3 months away. We got some panel announcements. Halloween Horror Nights is going to be doing their panel. Halloween Horror Nights always comes in swinging and delivers with their panel. So I can't wait to see what John Murdy has to say this year for Halloween Horror Nights 2024. We most definitely are probably going to be getting an announcement, maybe of a scare zone, of a maze, maybe 2 mazes. I don't know. In the past, he's done 1 maze, he's done 2 mazes, and he's given us a lot of concept arts to look at. So I'm excited for that. The number 2 one that got announced, and something we're going to talk about at the end of this video, Dark Harbor just announced its return this week. I am super stoked for that. I got to go in 2019, one of the best haunts I've ever been to. Got taken away with us because of the pandemic. We didn't know if it was ever going to come back. Shacktoberfest came around for 2 years. Second year was better than the first year. Now we got the return of Dark Harbor, and we're going to get into that a little bit later in the video, but they're going to be doing a panel at Midsummer Scream, and if I know anything from the past Midsummer Scream panel since I've been going in 2018, Dark Harbor delivers every single year. So I cannot wait to see what they have in store for their panel. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward. This year for Midsummer Scream, it's already looking very stacked, and we always have a great weekend at Midsummer Scream. We've never had one bad Midsummer Scream experience, and they're doing something right with that. So we are super excited to see what they unveil at Midsummer Scream 2024. Cannot wait. That is coming real soon, so stay tuned for that. And as well as other Midsummer Scream updates and potentially podcast-related stuff. Stay tuned. On to our next batch of news. Let's talk a little bit about Halloween Horror Nights now. A new speculation map was dropped last week from our great pals over at HNNightmares, and a lot of things have changed in the Hollywood one. One thing that is really drawing a lot of buzz is the fact that the Weeknd is speculated to be returning this year for Halloween Horror Nights 2024. Everyone knows my opinions about the Weeknd. I like maybe one song, but not really a fan of that genre of music, that style of music. Apparently he's got another album out there, I think called like Dawn FM or something like that. I don't know. The Maze was great in 2020. Was it 2 or 3? I don't remember even what year. I think it was 22. The Maze was great. My only thing that I hated about it was the whole like line queue of just listening to like the same 5 songs on repeat. But other than that, the Maze was great. I personally do not see the horror in his music unless you visually watch his videos, I guess. Then you get those horror elements. But like listening to the music, horror is not the first thing I think about, to be honest with you. They figured out a way to do that. Obviously, it's heavily based on visuals from past music videos and stuff. Like I said, when I hear the music, I don't think at all about anything horror related or scary related in that matter. But when you watch the music videos, I guess it's a whole different story. I don't know. If he comes back to the event, it is what it is. I'll go through the maze, obviously, because I go through all these mazes to give a proper critique and review on them. But I don't know. It is what it is. I know the wait time for this maze is going to be insane. So I'm not looking forward to that for sure. Like it was in 2022. But yeah, there's a lot of different things that got changed. Some stuff moved around. So we should be covering that on the channel real soon. Our thoughts, our opinions, our theories about the new speculation map. And last but not least, the news that broke the haunt world this week: the return of Queen Mary's Dark Harbor.
give up, we won't give up the ship.
Have you missed me? Now, with that being said, I know that there is a lot of different opinions when it comes to Queen Mary's Dark Harbor, especially with the current Dark Harbor, for the new Dark Harbor, should I say. And that is because of who is stepping in and picking up the pieces of the puzzle to continue the legacy, the 10-year legacy, now going on 11 years of Dark Harbor, and that is 13th Floor Entertainment. If you guys don't know the name 13th Floor Entertainment by now, in the haunt world, they are huge. More notably, they are the ones responsible behind Los Angeles Haunted Hayride and Delusion. Now they have their hand in Queen Mary's Dark Harbor. So I'm excited to see what they do with this event. I finally had the opportunity to check out Delusion last year. That was like the last thing we did in haunt season in like November. It was phenomenal. It was probably one of the greatest interactive experiences I've ever been to when it comes to a haunt, and such great storytelling, everything. So Delusion is a must do. If you guys have the time and the funds to do it, I highly suggest it. It is phenomenal. One of my favorites. I can't wait to do it this year. I can't wait to see where they're at this year and what story they do this year. That's the fun part about Delusion. Every year is like a new story, but it's all kind of like a tying in saga to this like much more massive story. It's like a book essentially of all these different stories. So it's amazing what they do with this event and what they have done with this event. Really, really solid. And then LA Haunted Hayride, we've gone many years. It's kind of fallen off in 21 and 22, but kind of came back a little bit more in 23. 2019 was the first year that 13th Floor Entertainment had picked it up and revamped it and retold the story. So that brings me to Queen Mary's Dark Harbor. I don't know what's in store for this year. They just announced it. They had a big press event at the Queen Mary, I would say on Tuesday, and they announced it. They announced the partnership with 13th Floor Entertainment doing and building the haunt and everything, and it's coming back on the ship. So that's cool. What I am worried about is if it's going to follow the same footsteps of the Los Angeles Haunted Hayride. Now, this isn't me, in any means talking any shit or, anything. My job doing this channel is to be 100% honest with you guys and critique and give my opinions and thoughts about things, to hopefully have haunts more look at it as constructive criticism rather than negativity, because in the end of the day, the more haunts the better, in my opinion, as far as us and what we do with this channel, because that gets more experiences out to you guys, and that really it motivates us and elevates us to try new things and see new things. And there's so much creativity out there that we want to see everything succeed, no matter how small or how big. We want to see it succeed. Dark Harbor, now it's coming back. I want it. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to see it go anywhere. I want to see it succeed. So if they bring the entire event back and kind of just pick up where they left off from 2019 and give us all those mazes again, I honestly would not be mad about that. It has been a while since we've seen all those mazes. They're all fan favorite mazes, and I think that they will still draw in a crowd. I also think there are things you can do to tweak the mazes to make them feel brand new. Personally, I'm 50-50 about this decision, only because, like I said, with Haunted Hayride, it was really solid in 2019. 2020, obviously the COVID year, but they still did something really fun and unique with the drive-in concept with the COVID guidelines and everything. And then in 2021 and 22 and 23, we got it at a bigger location at Griffith Park. But I would say about LA Haunted Hayride, the main reason why I don't think it's delivering as much as it used to is because there's not enough people applying to work there. I notice there's a lot of empty areas and stuff, and I know it's really hard come haunt season to want to get employees to come and work at your haunt event, especially with so much out there. I know it's a very competitive field. And I think they're trying to work ways around that every single year. Last year, I will be honest with you, was a really good improvement. Talent felt more free to do what they wanted to do. And it really sold me to the story of Midnight Falls again. So big improvement in 2023, and I'm excited to see what they do this year. But with Dark Harbor now, the thing that worries me is if they bring it back and kind of repeat those steps again. I'm hoping that they've maybe learned and listened to the fans from Hayride to not repeat the same things that they did with Hayride. Again, some things work on paper and then they just don't translate well into the real world. I always salute and give thanks to those who go out there and try to put on these events, because I know it's not easy. I know there's a lot of prep time that goes into it, a lot of meetings, a lot of pitches, a lot of writing time, a lot of building time. Like, I know a lot of time and money goes into this process, and that's why I just want to see all this succeed. I'm excited for Dark Harbor to be returning, though, because I know it is a fan favorite for a lot of people. I know there's a lot of people that when that haunt closed, they kind of felt lost, and so diverted to other haunts because they still wanted to scare and they still wanted to do something within the haunt world. So they went to other haunts and kicked ass there. Now it's going to be cool to see. I've already talked to a few people that want to come back and want to do that again, to return back to where they got their roots. And I think that's the best part about this is there's a lot of great talent in the haunt community right now that I can't wait to see the mixture of the returning people that have scared there for years mixed with a new generation of haunters, and the next generation, and the new people who were maybe at Shacktoberfest, but now they're going to translate it over to Dark Harbor. So yeah, I'm excited for it. But they delivered a press release real quick. I want to talk about this, and this was, of course, the mayor of Long Beach, and he quoted saying this: "Dark Harbor has become an iconic part of the city's Halloween celebrations, and we are excited to once again transform the Queen Mary into a haunted spectacle for scaregoers. Having brought in hundreds of thousands of visitors to Long Beach in years past, its return is another major step in the Queen Mary's recovery and return to premier tourist attraction. I extend my appreciation to the Evolution Hospitality and to our city council for their support." So I'm so glad that even the city is on board with bringing this event back to Long Beach. For a while there was a lot of speculation that they were going to bring this event back, but it wasn't going to be called Dark Harbor. It was going to have the same vibe, but under a new name. I'm so glad that they kept the name. They brought it back. It is now called Queen Mary's Dark Harbor, The Spirits Rise. A little different with as far as a little bit title-wise goes, but I think that's in reference to all the famous characters that made the event returning. So I'm super excited about this. I remember in 2019, the first year we went, I got to go once as we were invited out. Thank you so much to the past of Queen Mary for doing that. That was our first big media event, and I'll never forget it. That's why Dark Harbor has a very special place in my heart. And then to just go as a guest the next week and just experience it all. I mean, it was a different vibe, a different setting, and it really, it was special. And when it got announced that it wasn't coming back, it took a very big toll on the haunt community. Not just the people that worked there, but for the people that were fans of the event. It was big, to the point where up until before this got announced, people were still talking about this event. People were still looking up videos of this event because people miss this event. This is a very special event for a lot of people, and I'm excited that it's finally getting its grand return like it should. And I know a lot of people are very happy about that. A lot of people probably are thinking like me about 50-50 about it, and some people are just not happy about it at all. However you take it, just remember we are living in probably the golden age of haunt right now. This is by far the best time to be a haunt fan, the best time to be alive. Yeah, I may critique and give my constructive criticism and give my opinions about these events, about mazes and stuff, but in the end of the day, I am super grateful and thankful for all these events, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. And I'm very thankful for that. Again, our job is to never talk negatively on an event. It's to critique it and give our constructive criticism so they can hopefully listen and watch these videos and take some of our ideas or our criticism or anything, our constructive criticism, and maybe incorporate it for the next year. We want to see everyone succeed. We want everyone to enjoy haunt like we do, and we want to continue to give you the absolute best coverage that we possibly can in the haunt and horror community. So we really appreciate all your support. Cannot stress that enough. Like I said, if it weren't for these haunts, I'd have nothing to talk about, and you guys would have nothing to watch from me. I probably wouldn't even be sitting here right now. So I'm excited. This is a positive. We are in the golden age of haunt. We're at a point now where haunt is almost year round. Just think about that for a second. Scream Break is doing an off-season haunt during the months of March and April. We have a year-round Halloween Horror Nights coming to Las Vegas. On top of that, escape rooms and all these different experiences that are haunt and horror related all year round. This is the absolute best time to be a haunt fan. And if you guys are just joining us, don't forget to subscribe, because we're gonna take you on a fun ride. We're gonna keep you up to date about things, interview some of the best people in the industry, and even let a lot of the people in the industry tell their stories, because that's what we do here on the Nights of Horror. We love to tell stories. So with all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, smash that like button. Leave some comments down of what you guys thought of today's news of Midsummer Scream panels, Halloween Horror Nights speculation, and the return of Queen Mary's Dark Harbor. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next video, and stay spooky.